A pleasant good day once again. I come to you today in Trinidad and Tobago, Carnival Monday, the 3rd of March 2025. I give Carnival greetings to those who participate in Carnival. To those who do not participate in Carnival, I also bring greetings to you. Those of you who are in religious camps, those of you who are just getting away from the hustle and bustle and camping at the beaches, camping in the countryside, wherever you may be, or those of you who have even left the country, I bring greetings to you because the message is pertinent, right? Even though you're not a fan of Calypso, I'm still saying that the message is pertinent. So I bring you my normal greetings before going into the presentation. So I, Imo Rameses Bakari, your psychologist and life coach from the magical community of Point Fortin in Trinidad and Tobago in the Southern Caribbean. It is my desire to inspire you to rise higher. It is my desire to inspire you to rise even higher. It is my desire to continue producing inspirational videos in 2025. It is my desire, as Calypsonian GB said, to ensure that Calypso continues to rise. It is my desire to partner with you to ensure that you can become a successful in this godly life. We also remind you of our motivational statement today, in that artistic expression must be supported and encouraged. Artistic expression must be encouraged and supported. So I appeal to citizens globally, I appeal to governmental authorities and all those who can contribute to supporting the artistic expression of your country. It is very important. And having shared the motivational word with you, we remind you to support our work, all right? And you can support our work through contributing via the YP and Patreon links, by partaking in our ongoing courses, by buying any of our advertised book, My Book Conversation at 100 TT, or A Tribute to African Civilization, Remembering and Understanding C.L.R. James, and George Weeks in the Era of the OWQ 1962 to 1987. So you can also call us and book counseling or coaching appointment. You can contribute to the account, information flashing on the screen, because we want to continue producing these videos for you. So our topic for today is Calypso dying. So I say over the last 25, 30 years, this debate has been raging in Trinidad and Tobago as to whether the Calypso art form is dying. And Calypso has been an integral part of the cultural expression of Trinidad and Tobago. As we all know, our African ancestors, they form the foundation upon which Calypso was based, or is based, in that on the plantation, though they were dehumanized, demoralized, deculturalized, viewed as chattel, brutalized, notwithstanding that, they always maintain forms of protest. They always maintain forms of resistance, because they use their innate cultural expressions to resist. Where they did not do that, they would have feigned sickness, etc. But in the context of the cultural expression, when the drum rolled, they answered. When the gyro called, they responded. And I'm saying, from the plantation to the Calypso tent, the tradition continued. Calypso as a voice of the people. And if Calypso is the voice of the people, we have witnessed over the years Calypsonians tackling every issue under the sun and giving voice to the voiceless, giving hope to the hopeless, bringing critical analysis to critical issues, and also being a leading light in shedding, knowledge, clarity, and wisdom on societal matters. So this tradition is a sacred tradition. This tradition is a tradition that must be encouraged to develop to its full potential. But we have known of many Calypso greats, whether it's Spoiler, Attila the Hun, Kitchener, Melody, Terra, Duke, the Mighty Stalin, Explainer, many greats, many wonderful exponents of the arts, Pretender, Blakey, Zandoli, Bama, guys who really, use their talent, innate talents, to give expression in classical ways, in clever ways. And today, the debate surrounds whether we are still witnessing that quality of Calypso. I am not too sure, as one who has been involved in organizing, promoting, and supporting the art form. I am not too sure that we are the same level as we were. But there is great hope when we listen to the young Calypso monarch Darius from Labre, in that wonderful performance and rendition and singing and performance. There is great hope that Calypso will survive and Calypso will soar. But nonetheless, it is certain to me that the lyrical masters of the past are few. The lyrical masters of the past are few. And those who still exist, who are alive and possess who have mastered the craft, they have a very critical role to play in terms of the sustenance of the art form. Because when we listen and review, we hardly hear the skillful use of double entendre, humor, and we hardly really witness in this current dispensation jaw-dropping political and social commentary. And I'm saying, to ensure that this is given the kind of legs to stand on, those vested with the responsibility to promote Calypso, it is much more than having a show. It is much more than having a competition, but they have to place a very strong emphasis on education. Education in terms of Calypso history, what Calypso represents, and the importance of Calypso. And if Calypso is to be given that importance, barring the people who organize Calypso events, the government must intervene in putting Calypso on the school curriculum. Because if we are to sustain and produce, that craftiness, it's an art form. It is not called Calypso art form just by chance. It requires the skillful construction and putting together of words to convey a story, accompanied by good melody and of course good performances that follow. But as the mighty Trogdus, Dr. Hollis Liverpool said, Calypso is not journalism and it must be taught. So I'm emphasizing what is Calypso, Calypso history, the role of Calypso, and the craft, tutoring people with that craftiness. And if that is combined with innate abilities, beautiful, we will be in a better position. But we need to secure the success and the future of Calypso. As a young man growing up in Trinidad and Tobago, in the Point Fortin area, and being involved with Calypso across Trinidad and Tobago, Calypso was a premier event in the past. No matter the day of the week in which a Calypso tent was taking place, it was a sellout affair. But today it's a far cry. Calypso tents do not get that level of patronage as existed in the past. So barring the gathering in Skinner Park, where we have the annual Calypso semi-finals, that level of people support and participation is not what it is supposed to be. As I said before, the craftiness of the Calypsos, certainly, they are not what they used to be. So we give thanks to great composers as Merchant, great composers as Winston Joker Devines, I call him Professor Winston Joker Devines, great composers as Shadow, as the Mighty Stallion, and others, you know. We give great credence to them. The Bomber, etc., Pretender. These were great composers and exponents of the art form. Let us do our part, every one of us, raise our voices, put programs in place, and help to support the young Dariuses and the other young Calypsonians. Help them develop the ability in them to also compose their own calypsos, perform their own calypsos, and help us to ensure that this tradition of resistance, this tradition of liberation continues to live and continues to be successful. I thank you for listening. I know the message has resonated with you. I call on all Calypsonians, all people in the arts. I would like to hear your comments. Is Calypso dying? Feel free and comment in the comment section. Musicologists, all who involved in the arts, people who involved in the industry, we need to ensure that we bring all people together to ensure that this art form stand the test of time. Thank you for listening, and we remind you to support our work by contributing via the YPM Patreon links, by booking a counseling or coaching appointment, by buying up any of the advertised books, and partaking in the various courses, or contributing via the account information flashing on the screen. We thank you for listening, and stay tuned for another powerful presentation